You ever feel like you're just running on a financial hamster wheel? Like you get a raise, you feel great for maybe a day, and then poof, the money just vanishes. Let's get into why that keeps happening.
So let's start with this question because it's a paradox that drives a lot of people crazy, right? How is it that some people stay broke no matter how much they earn? I mean, you see people making six figures who are constantly stressed about bills, but then you see others on like a totally average salary who seem to be quietly building real wealth. What's going on? Well, it has nothing to do with the number on their paycheck. It's all about the programming in their brain. Okay, to really break this down, let's talk about the income trap. And the best way to do that is to imagine two different people. Now, this isn't a story about who's luckier or who went to a better school. Nope. This is about their financial DNA, that deep hidden code that tells them what to do with every single dollar. So, meet person A, the high earner, and person B, the average earner. Now, looking at this, common sense says person A should be miles ahead, right? I mean, they're the high earner. But let's see what really goes down. So, person A is making 150 grand a year. Awesome, right? But the thing is, as soon as that income goes up, so does the spending. It's that new car, the latest phone, the bigger apartment. This is what we call lifestyle creep. It's a treadmill. More money comes in, sure, but even more money goes out on things that lose value the second you buy them. He's always stressed. Now, person B, they're making 60 grand, but they do something totally different. They understand this little secret. You don't get rich by spending your money. You get rich by owning things that make you money. So they use their cash to buy assets, stocks, maybe a rental property. They're building financial freedom because their money is out there working for them even while they sleep. And this is exactly what Robert Kiyosaki calls the rat race. Person A is stuck right in the middle of it. It's this insane, endless cycle of working harder and harder just so you can pay for the expensive stuff you bought to make yourself feel better about working so hard. It's a trap, and it's why so many people stay broke no matter how much they earn. So let's zoom out. What's the real difference here? It's not the salary, not even close. It's what's going on inside their heads. We're talking about two completely different financial brains. And it all starts with this super simple but absolutely game-changing definition. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. That's it. If you can burn that one idea into your brain, you're already halfway there. Just focus on buying things that make you money. So here's how this looks in the real world. You've got the poor mindset, which is all about consumption, buying liabilities to look rich. Then you've got the rich mindset, which is all about investment, buying assets to actually become rich. See the difference? And this plays out in everything. The poor mindset is driven by instant gratification. I want it, and I want it now. The rich mindset, that's all about delayed gratification. It's constantly asking, how will this pay off later? It's the difference between eating the marshmallow now or waiting to get to later. And then there's the social pressure, right? The poor mindset is obsessed with social validation. It cares about trends, about image, about what other people think. The rich mindset, it's focused on long-term thinking. It couldn't care less about looking rich. It only cares about one number, net worth. And this quote from Robert Kiyosaki just nails it. The poor and the middle class work for money. The rich have money work for them. So you got to ask yourself, are you working for your money or is your money working for you? Okay, so how does a simple thought pattern become so powerful? Well, it builds into something much stronger, a habit. Let's talk about the habit loop that locks these patterns in place. And this is the pattern interrupt. This is the big idea. Being broke is not about your income, it's about your habits. I'll say it again. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. If your financial habits are like a bucket full of holes, it doesn't matter how much water you pour in, it's always going to be empty. Think about it. This is why lottery winners so often go broke, because money just amplifies whatever cash flow pattern is already running in your head. If your pattern is to spend everything you get, then a sudden increase in cash just means a sudden increase in spending. It's like pouring gasoline on a fire. So at the end of the day, your money mindset is in control. It's the boss. It decides what you do with every single dollar that comes your way. It's this invisible script that's either building you wealth or digging you deeper into debt. All right, that's the what and the why. So now let's talk about the how. How do you actually break out of this cycle and build a new one? Well, it's not about waiting to win the lottery. It's about a simple 3-step shift you can start making today. Okay, here they are. 3 simple, powerful changes. Number 1, pay yourself first. Number 2, avoid lifestyle inflation. And number 3, think in decades, not days. Seriously, that's it. These aren't some complicated Wall Street secrets. They're the absolute foundation of building wealth. So number 1, pay yourself first. This one right here flips the whole script. See, most people get paid, they pay all their bills, and then they try to save whatever's left over, which is usually what? 0? Instead, you pay your future self first, before anyone else gets a dime. Your savings, your investments, that becomes the most important bill you have. It's non-negotiable.
Next up, number 2, avoid lifestyle inflation. This is your escape hatch from the rat race. Every time you get a raise or a bonus, you're at a crossroads. You can either upgrade your lifestyle or you can upgrade your freedom. Choose freedom. Take that extra cash and invest it. Put it to work so it can start making even more money for you. And finally, number 3, think in decades, not days. This is all about playing the long game. It's about building systems, things like automated investments or starting a small side business that takes some work up front, but then pay you back over and over again for years. You have to understand that real wealth is built slowly and then all at once. Because at the end of the day, that's the big secret. Rich people don't just earn differently, they think differently. Changing your financial future doesn't start when you get a bigger paycheck. It starts right now by changing the way you think. So the question isn't how much you earn. The real question is, which mindset are you going to choose?